Hi, Julie Torrance here. Okay, I'm continuing to work on the Winter in the City journal. And I'm going to pick out one of our plain pieces. So if you've been working right along with me, we've already got the cover, outside of the cover done, and we've got some pages picked out. But I want to decorate one of the pages. I like to decorate pages, not exclusively, but more before I get them sewn. So what I'm going to do is a border. And to start, I just cut into strips a bunch of the scraps from what we've already been working with. And I want to start with the middle. And I'm just going to put a strip down the middle. So let's get the glue out. This is my extra strength Elmer's. And how much do we need? About that much. And glue her down. There's a glue thread. This glue stick feels like it's getting right down to the bottom, and that's fine. Okay, I think we're pretty straight. I don't want this particular piece to wrap around. I'm gonna trim it when it's drier, but I've got another strip of the same for right here. So how are you? I am enjoying this project. I hope you are. I like doing the things that gets my channel a lot of views, but sometimes I just want to go with my muse. Do you know what I mean? If you're considering doing a YouTube channel and you want to be in it for the long haul, I think it's important that you make a decision to do what you like to do. You know, otherwise it's too hard to keep going. Now I cut some of these. I can see I've got a white bit that I missed on the trimmer. And I mean, I have a variety, but since this is in the middle, I'm just going to put a few of these on, and all I'm doing is I'm going to fold these in half, these little pieces, and glue them all around like a border. And I think it's a cool look. I think it's cohesive because I'm using all the papers and scraps and things that are already going to be in the journal. I think it just makes a nice, different kind of a page, don't you? Now, let's at least put one more of these on. And we do have an entire page. This was a 12 by 12 piece of paper, not cardstock. And I forgot to fold it in half. Well, we'll just have to guess. Doesn't matter. I want it to be to the edge, but I don't want it to like crimp the paper. Can you see? I didn't turn lights on. It's sunny today. And so the amount of light that you get from outside can be deceptive. My lamp is drooping. Well, droop away, dear, droop away. We all have days like that. Okay, now, enough of that. Let's start. And I am not caring about like if this one's higher, lower, it doesn't matter. I just want to get them all the way around. There we go. I don't even have a particular purpose for this journal. You know, sometimes I'm making a journal that's going to be my prayer journal or my grandchildren journal, or I don't have a plan for this. I am going to leave space because I don't want it to look like stairs or a waterfall just on top, on top, on top. I think it can start to look like fish scales, which it's not a bad look, but I just don't want that this time. This is one of those things that may not be extremely exciting, but if you've never done it before, you might like it, right? Sometimes you look at something and you think, oh yeah, I can do that. Then try. Maybe you can't, And so to just see the process can make such a difference. There you go. There's been many times that I've been kind of smug and, oh, yeah, I can do that. I don't need a tutorial. Don't even get halfway through the project and I'm totally lost. Which way did she fold it? How wide did she cut that? All that kind of stuff. Are you getting the drift though of, how this is going to kind of look? Hope so. Now some of these have cut edges, some of these have torn. That to me is all the joy of it. You don't know what to expect. Expect anything. Some of my favorite quilts are called crazy quilts. Now, does that mean I'm crazy? It might. If that's a badge I'm supposed to wear, I'll wear it. Doesn't surprise me. Okay, this is kind of narrow. I don't know that I have a strip. That'll work. And it's not the same. It's similar, but it's not the same. I would like it, if possible, to not have two the same together, but I'm not going to sweat it. And if I run out, this project that I'm doing right this minute takes more strips than you thought. Working it on a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Oh yeah, it takes more than you thought. But we're getting right around there, aren't we? I think I want another one of these. I'll just tear it. I didn't quite get the manufacturing label or the branding strip or whatever that's called. If I don't know what something's called, I just make up my own name for it. Anyway, I see people going to the Michaels store and asking for something. It's like, I've never heard of that. Well, it's what Julie said. There's your problem. Yeah. Good. Like I said, this takes up more than you think. I mean, I'm looking at my strips, and I've done this before. And I can't say that I was consciously saying to myself, is that enough or is that not enough? I just was kind of doing it, but I might not have enough. So always more paper. At least at my house there is. That got long. It's all right. That's fine. Just fine. Don't blame the glue stick. Blame the gluer. I've turned this around so many times that I can't even tell you for sure what way was the original way. That's good. That's a good sign. All right, let's put this one up there. This paper is getting just a little bit spent. Let's see if we can. There we go. Oh, okay, that's yellow ink from spraying something. Yeah, we'll have yellow everywhere. Not gonna bother with that. That piece of paper has done all it needs to do. So is it still winter by you? We've had massive melting today. Now the high was only supposed to be 28 degrees, which if you're in Canada, that's still below zero here in the US. And the sun, lots of sun, which is refreshing, of course. But even though the temperature isn't above freezing, when that sun hits the buildings and the black roofs and all that, oh yeah, we've got melting happening. And like big old, and I'm talking like 3-foot long icicles. Boom, falling. Yeah, you hear it. I'm liking how this is looking. Let me know in the comments what you think. Yep. So normally when I'm sitting here working away and visiting with you, I have a cup of coffee handy. Well, Julie has a cup. I'll show you. Maybe you'll think it's yucky looking. Bouillon. It's called Better Than Bouillon. But it comes in a jar. And it's where you can get other kinds of broth and things like that. And it is better than just those bouillon cubes. I'll tell you that right now. But with my diet, this will tickle you. I was on this diet, and I'm on, in case you haven't seen my other videos, I'm on a low calorie. It's the diet that they put people who are getting ready for bariatric surgery. I'm not having bariatric surgery. Why? Because I'm a nurse. I know what that entails. There's other reasons, but anyway. So it's low calorie. This is now that I didn't trim it. It's in the way. It's a low calorie. And then for the anti-inflammatory part of the diet, it is, hang on, I'm concentrating. See, the piece that I've got ready to go won't glue down because that was in the way. Okay, so anti-inflammatory, low calorie. It's called nutrition dense diet. So I can do 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day. But I was apparently, well, probably not apparently, eating more processed foods than I realized. And then also salty snacks. Well, after I was on this diet for, I don't know, 4 days, I was having some symptoms of what's called orthostatic hypotension. When you go to stand up, you get a head rush. And I would bend over to dig something out of my purse that was on the floor. And when I stood up, whoa, the lights almost went out. Well, no salt. I'm not getting salt. I'm going to put this one here. I'm not getting salt in the food like I was. Between the no processed and the no salty snacks, I wasn't getting enough salt. So now I have to drink a cup of bouillon, or I can add more salt to my food. But I've never been a salt adder. I've never added a lot of salt to my food, ever. And I think that's because my mother had high blood pressure. And so we grew up, my grandmother too, both high blood pressure. So no salting of food. So I'm not used to that taste of fresh salt sprinkled all over your food. Anyway, now, once a day, I make myself a cup of hot bouillon. And to tell you the truth, I like it. I really do. Now, I don't know how good it would be if it was just bouillon cubes, but I didn't want to get a carton of the broth. So this is what was suggested, and it's a good suggestion. My sister, who's an avid cook, she suggested it to me. I've got that little space, and I want this because it's different, but I don't want to cover all that up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to tear it. And now this can go here, and on the other side, it'll be fine. Yeah. So this is, I hope that everyone's not just racing through, but if you are, that's fine. Just remember to hit the like, subscribe if you haven't. Today's a good day to subscribe. Now look, I still have a bit there. Isn't that the way? Isn't that the way? That's okay. We'll figure it out when we turn it over. All right. How about this one? Look at my little signature. We're going to have that right on there. We sure are. Why not? My journal, my artwork. So I've been on the diet. I just completed, what is today? Today is Friday. No, I haven't completed. I am in the process of week 7. And I've lost 19 pounds. I even weighed myself today. I'm supposed to weigh myself on Mondays. But I weighed myself today just because, I don't know, for some reason I had it in my mind that I was feeling lighter. But no, still at the 20 pounds. Or 19. Let's not exaggerate. I'm going to put this one there. But I'll tell you, 20 pounds, is that why my joints are feeling so much better? Or is it the biologic I'm on? Enbrel is the name of it. Could be. They had me on methotrexate. That didn't work at all. Because I was getting fevers, high fever, 101 fever. And I was still working then. I'm retired now, but I was working then. And I couldn't just, I'm a nurse. You don't just not come into work because, I knew I didn't have an infection. I just was getting fevers from the medicine, and man, throw that away. That made me feel horrible. So, yeah. That was a no-go for me. But there are people that are on it with rheumatoid arthritis. They call it the gold standard. And yeah, I'm glad there's people that can take it. I'm just not one of them. All right, we're at the corner. Like that. I've got a lid. Let's get another glue stick. There we go. So if you have rheumatoid arthritis and you want to compare notes, you can always email me. Here, I'll show you. That's my email address. Email me, and I'd be happy to talk to you about whatever I know about rheumatoid arthritis, be it my own experience with having it, or as a nurse, or both. Or maybe you just want to bounce an idea off of somebody. Whatever. Okay. How about this little skinny guy? We're on the home stretch, people. A whole video doing one sheet of paper, but when you see these journals on Etsy for $250, this is partly why. Now, would I have a journal out there for $250? No. Why? Well, because I'm not an influencer. I'm not on YouTube racking in thousands of views and having 60,000 people watching me, which, you know, there are artists like that, and I'm so grateful. But until you reach that kind of infamy, you just sort of have to wait before you get too excited about that kind of thing. There we go. We're getting there. Yep. Now, right there, we've got that goofy space. Let's cover it up before we forget. I don't think we'd forget, but I just happen to have this little piece in my hand that would go real nice right there. I'm sure I'm falling right out of your vision. There we go. Okay. How did I get so messed up here? Okay. We got, look, this, and then this left over. And do you remember what a big stack, literally a stack that I had? Yep. It takes more than you thought. It takes longer than you would think. But when you fold this, I'll see if I can fold it today, because glue stick, when it's wet, does not like to fold. And I've got that in there. I did it first, so it's going to be the driest of anything on here, but not sure I'll be able to fold it today. But if you keep following and seeing how this winter journal is going to turn out, my winter in the city, now, if you want to email me and you missed my little email sign, if you go to the About page, it'll say for business only. YouTube puts that on there. I don't. But YouTube puts it on there because you have to click on it to actually see my email address. And they do that because of those scavengers that just are machines that rifle through YouTube profiles and grabs people's emails. But when your email is hidden under a click, it just goes by. So that's why they've done that. And I appreciate it. I do. Okay, look at this. I think I can fold it. I'm gonna chance it. Now, now, what'll happen is it will just wrinkle a lot and it will buckle a lot. So I'm better off to let it dry. But next time we get together, I'll fold it in half so that you can see that. The next video that we're going to do, we're going to be working on some big, see how big? Big window envelopes. In the meantime, please remember to hit the like button. It helps YouTube realize that this is a good video to share. Down here, a video is going to pop up. It's been picked out for you, and I'll see you over there.